Ukrainian FPV drones operators neutralized Russian convoy attempting to avoid detection. Ukrainian forces from the 65th Separate Mechanized Brigade have successfully destroyed multiple Russian armored personnel carriers in a FPV drone strike. The operation marks another example of how Ukraine's innovative drone tactics are eroding Russia's battlefield advantages. According to an official statement on the brigade's page, the successful strike was carried out by the Ronin unit, an experienced group within the brigade specializing in unmanned aerial warfare. Operating covertly in a forested area far from the front line, the unit detected and eliminated at least 5 Russian armored personnel carriers. The Ronin UAV unit used strike drones to target a hidden Russian column that had taken cover in a tree line. Russian forces had likely moved the vehicles into the area to evade surveillance and airstrikes, but Ukrainian reconnaissance located them and carried out a precision strike. The ability to strike targets deep in enemy-held territory demonstrates Ukraine's growing drone warfare capabilities. Not only does this complicate Russian efforts to regroup and reinforce, but it also underlines how drones are reshaping the nature of modern mechanized warfare. While the exact location and time of the operation were not disclosed for security reasons, the destruction of the armored convoy is expected to have tactical consequences for Russian operations in the area. Every destroyed vehicle represents lost firepower and disrupted planning for Russian forces. On May 30th, the 413th Battalion of the Unmanned Systems Forces released a compelling video compilation showing how Ukrainian electronic warfare systems neutralize Russian FPV drones. The footage, captured from the enemy's own devices, demonstrates the disorienting effects EW has on incoming drones, rendering them ineffective. In each instance shown in the video, Russian drones failed to reach their intended targets. The footage underlines the invisible yet powerful role that EW plays in defending Ukrainian positions. Not a single drone hit its target, and that's a beautiful thing because they were Russian drones, the battalion stated. The significance of these successful countermeasures goes beyond mere technical achievement. Every disrupted drone represents a life potentially saved on the Ukrainian side. As the soldiers noted, the quiet work of EW operators often lacks the dramatic visuals of artillery strikes or FPV drone hits, but its impact is just as critical. Electronic warfare has become a cornerstone of modern battlefield strategy. In the Ukrainian context, it serves as a protective shield, silently blunting the enemy's most immediate threats. The video highlights how these systems effectively confuse or disable the guidance mechanisms of Russian drones mid-flight, often causing them to veer off course or crash harmlessly. The soldiers from the 413th Battalion emphasize that such operations are carried out quietly, professionally, and effectively. Their message serves to spotlight the often overlooked domain of electronic warfare, one that operates without the roar of engines or the flash of explosions, but with precise, high-tech execution. Last week, Ukrainian FPV drone community scored a striking victory against Russia's Shahed drones. On May 19th, the Wild Hornets group, which specializes in FPV drone operations, released raw footage showing Ukrainian Sting interceptor drone in action. This engagement underlines the growing effectiveness of small, agile FPV drones as frontline air defense assets. Developed specifically to counter loitering munitions, the Sting drone combines high speed with pinpoint control, allowing operators to exploit the relatively vulnerable rear and underside of larger UAVs. In the clip, the Sting drone approaches the Shed UAV, maneuvers from behind and below, its blind spot, and delivers a direct hit, neutralizing it before it can release its warheads on Ukrainian positions. Previously, Ukrainian fighters leveraged community-funded drones in an ambush against Russian Ka-52 helicopter. Ukraine's Special Operations Forces have successfully carried out an ambush operation that resulted in the destruction of Russian Ka-52 Alligator attack helicopter. The operation, which involved a coordinated strike by 7 FPV drones, was documented in a dramatic video shared by the Ballista unit. The strike took place during daylight hours on May 16th, though the exact location on the front line remains undisclosed. According to the footage and accompanying report, Ukrainian forces had set up a concealed command post in a visually striking landscape. From this position, they tracked the Ka-52 helicopter's altitude and trajectory in real time. Upon detection of the target, the team launched 7 FPV drones, guided by a digital interface showing the helicopter as a red dot encircled by the green indicators of the Ukrainian drones. One of the drones managed to intercept Russian aircraft mid-flight, resulting in a direct hit and presumed destruction of the helicopter. The recording ends at the moment of impact. The Ballista unit stated that the Ka-52 helicopter attempted a combat patrol over Ukrainian territory, but was intercepted by the Bombas Tactical Strike Drones Group. Ukrainian activist and volunteer Serhiy Sternenko noted that the FPV drones used in the operation were funded by public donations, emphasizing the growing role of civilian support in Ukraine's drone warfare capabilities. At this time, the Russian military has not officially acknowledged the loss.